Hello, everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome and thank you so much for being here with me today. I had some issues, same as it always happens. Not always, but same as it happens some often, every so often. For some reason, my camera was not connecting to the actual feed, and so I had to take one off, cancel one thing, get another thing. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can delete one of the videos. Hey, John, thank you. I am trying to make this easy, but somehow I don't know. It wouldn't connect and it wouldn't connect, and I am not even sure why that happened. So, thank you for being here. I'm trying to fix this. So, hopefully that worked. And we are able to get together today. Let's see. Okay. Guys, are you seeing me? This is weird. It's like my thing is not working. Okay, okay. Phew. We made it, guys. We made it. I can't believe like it was connected to one thing and then it was not connected and then I couldn't see the comments and I am not sure what happened. So sorry about all that. It just sometimes technology cannot be your friend. Hi Joan, hi Carrie. It's doing okay. It hurts a little bit, but like I said, I'm thankful that at least can put a big chair in here and a pillow, and I can like rest my foot in there, and I can craft because otherwise it'll be a little stressful. Hi Donna. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Yes, it was just complicated, guys. I don't know what was going on. It's just so weird. Anyways, I am so excited to see you all, and if you're here for the replay, thank you for being my crafting buddies too. We have a super fun. Hey Judy, how are you? Oh, you got it. Yay. It got a little bit earlier, but I'm glad you got it. Oh no, actually it got there a little bit late, so sorry about that. It happens. So happy birthday, Miss Judy. I hope you enjoyed your day a lot, and had a lot of fun. So we should sing happy birthday, right? I was thinking, happy birthday to you. Anyways, happy birthday, Miss Judy. We have a super fun card to work with. I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know. I was going to say, just a couple weeks ago, but it was more like at the beginning of the spring. That we made that twist and pop card, and I am telling you guys I love it. And I was just doing my regular searching and looking, and then I found like a variation to it. There were several YouTubers, actually it was in Pinterest, that I looked, and I just love the idea. And I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with it. Like I said, always, what it always happens is that when I see an interactive card like this, I just like go ding, 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 ding. I have to like get whimsical, right? That's straightforward what my brain goes to. But today we're going to do something different. We're going to do another, more on the, I don't want to call it elegant, but we're definitely going to call it something. It's not whimsical, I guess. It's really cute. We are using the countryside in suite. Yes. And I really like that. And I am asking forgiveness ahead of time. Two things. The first one is I think my brain is a little scrambled. I have not been able to sleep well for since I broke my foot, really. And so I just can't believe how much you actually need sleep to be functional, right? Isn't it crazy? But so if I sound a little, I don't know, slower, I just sometimes I've been feeling yesterday and today that I can't connect two words together to make a decent sentence. So you guys will have to thank for you guys have to help me through the video. Hey Susie, welcome and happy birthday to you too. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started, but we kind of need to go to the crafting table. Did I mention my brain is muddy? I did not think it was that bad though. Okay, I am going to, before I move you guys, I'm going to move my fish in here. In the whole mess, I had to disconnect everything and reconnect everything. Okay, I think we got it. Let's hope so. Ta-da! There I am at least. So we are going to need, and don't forget guys, all the measurements will be linked down below. But I'm going to use a piece of Night of Navy, and this is a 11 and a half by 4 1/4 divided at 5 1/2. And I am going to start decorating the front just because as we work with it, it will get definitely a little thicker and it'll be just harder to work with it, right? So this is going to be very simple. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Donna. It's just the food, right? I probably, I don't know, who knows how I sleep, and I just move a lot, sometimes through the night, and yeah, it's okay. Hey, Adrian, how are you? I hope you're doing well. It's okay, not a big deal. I am pretty sure that, I will eventually get used to it and, it will be done here soon. So I'm okay with that. We are going to do some decorating of the front piece, and these this is the orientation we're going to do. It is not going to be, so it's going to open like this. It's not going to be like this, like the other pop and twist, okay? I still feel that my camera is a little bit off. So let me know because I have to move everything. I'm going to use this beautiful paper, but it's a little less busy than the others, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Another thing I'm going to say, right off the bat, guys. Okay, this is not working right off the bat. Oh, God in heavens. Okay, let me bring my little silicone craft sheet. And it is that, oh, gosh. Okay, come on. You can do it. Well, we are having all sorts of issues today. There you go. Okay, and it is that there's a lot going on in this card. Every so often, and you guys know this, every so often I do get too excited. And this was one of those. I just don't know why, but I got really, really excited. And I pulled out like every single stamp set and every single die. And yeah. So bottom line, two things that are important I want to say here. The first one is, this is my card and I want to make it very special because I am presenting live to you guys. So I'm not going to present just, like a little piece of paper and this just like that, because that's not me, right? Like, I think that you guys know me already. I like layers and I like busy. But if that's not you, just go ahead and do a whole lot simpler card. I'll show you the other cards I made and they are a little bit simpler too. So don't think that because I get all excited doing layer after layer and decoration after decoration that it's going to oops, let me see, all good, that it's going to be different. For some reason this keeps like going off. I don't know. Okay, guys, wish me luck. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere these two other pieces. This is just an 1/8 smaller, and this is, the 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And the second layer is just an 1/8 smaller again, so it's 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to adhere these to the center, to the front panel. As you guys can tell, I didn't do a great job at aligning these or centering these, but that happens and I'm okay with that. The second thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this now, so it is, I'm cleaning, so it has time to glue. So I'm bringing my silicone craft sheet. So I got a piece of acetate. You guys know I am that person that will use whatever is in my craft room. If you don't have a piece of acetate, just like elegant acetate, you can use the pieces from the stamps come in. I usually just adhere my pieces to the card to the box here, and so I take those pieces and save them so I can craft, and this is one of them. And you can tell that because I don't know if you can almost see, it's hard to see, but it has some of the just the shapes of the stamps. I stamp these with white StazOn. Stampin'Up does not have white, but I love the look of it, and that's what I was telling you guys, that it needed to be a little more, a little muted paper, because otherwise you would not be able to see that. Thank you. But again, it's in white StazOn. I will link it here down below if you guys are interested. And the next step I'm going to do is I am going to bring my glue to adhere these two pieces. I'm thinking that I want maybe better my tear and tape. I just don't know if it's going to be too thick for it. So let's see. Oh, no, it fits, guys. Good news. So I'm going to adhere these, and I'm using my tear and tape to adhere at least the I know. I was thinking the other day that, so Judy is saying that you all understand that I'm girly and love layers, and that is absolutely true. I was thinking the other day, Miss Judy, that I have not done anything goldish lately. I'm not sure what I'm waiting for, huh? So I'm just going to put again my tear and tape in here, and tear and tape. You know what happens, Judy? I just don't want people to get kind of, what would be the right word? Discouraged to do because they don't have as many things, or it's just not going to be like it is, like I'm doing it. I just want people to get it, that I like layers, and that's how I like to decorate things. So you should see my Christmas decorations at home. I cut that little piece in half so it fits better, and I think I'm not going to use anymore. I'm going to put that there for a second. We are going if I find it. Oh, here it is. I just want people to feel that, it's not like you have to do exactly this. And of course, this is like, again, this is just some inspiration. You can do the whole card. You can do parts of the card. You can just do the fold, right? And just decorate with whatever you have in mind that's going to work for you. Okay, I'm taking this off. This is a little harder than I expected. Okay, so if you don't know or have never used StazOn, it is a very, very cool way to just stamp in surfaces that are hard to get a good impression, like acetate. And of course, I am using, how's it called? The Countryside Corners. I'm using both this stamp set and, oh my God, yes. I am just waiting. I can't tell you, Miss Judy, how much I am like waiting for it. I'm using the dies and the stamp, and as you can tell, it's just one big stamp set. So yes, I use my Misty for that. And because I don't have the bigger blocks from Stampin'Up, so I use the Misty to get that going. And now I am actually going to adhere these like in the back. Let me bring my silicone craft sheet so I have a way to compare, just like a boundary. And I'm making sure that my thank you is looking, the right way, because we don't want any messes. And I'm doing this as carefully as I can, but I have the feeling that's okay, guys. We'll fix it if it's not. Oh, we did fairly okay. Ta-da! So this piece is going to come in here, and I have not decided yet if I want these with a little bit of a border, with some dimensionals. I'm not sure yet. It may give it some fun, but I am not making a shaker, so just in case. But we'll decide this at the end. Okay, let's open our card, and we're going to work with the inside of the card. And I have my layers here. They are pretty similar. They're not pretty. They're the same measurements as the others. This does have a side and a direction, so be mindful about that. Let me bring my Stampin' Seal Plus here. I am trying to get used to using the silicone craft sheet, because I've noticed every time I'm working I make a mess, a glue mess of sorts, and I'm like, if I had the silicone craft sheet I wouldn't have that problem. But it takes time to get used to using all your tools. I realized that for some reason it feels to me that the tool is there but you just don't use it. It's like when I am trying to pick up little things without the take your pick, right? And I'm like, why am I doing this if I have a specific tool that helps me pick up little things? I don't know. And I am using white as a base layer because that blue is very dark, and I think it just really pops. It just looks really good. Okay, let's go ahead and add these two pieces. And the reason we are adding this before is because the mechanism is going to go on top. Okay, let's see. And here we go, another. There will be, but they changed the dates out completely this year, Carrie. It is my understanding that we are going to have I'm going to call it holiday catalog because it's just the easiest. Sorry guys, making sure. A holiday catalog, and it will come live to the public on August. Not August, on September. And then the demonstrators have access to whatever is coming in. Thank you, Judy. Yes, it's September. And we'll have access to it in August. So, yeah, to those of you that want the new catalog, the annual catalog, any catalog, anyways, let me know and I can send it to you guys. I know I have not um, putting things in here today. I started pretty much straightforward. But if you want a catalog, please let me an email. Send me an email to Maria at mariascraftingcorner.com. And yes, I will need your address. Of course, I would need your address. Okay, there's a little extra step. So I am bringing these other piece of beautiful DSP. This DSP is 2.5, I want to say. Let me bring my trimmer. It seems like it's 2.25. So 2.25 by 4. Right, I was thinking the same thing. But Carrie, I think that what's happening is that they're going to make this online exclusive release, and that'll be next week on the 6th. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see a few things in there that would other way being in the catalog. Remember that beautiful paper I showed you guys last week? That one it's in that online release. And there is, I'm going to do this just super quick so I can remember. There's like a little red truck that's beautiful. There's a Santa for decoration. So we have not seen really what is coming in that release, just what I show you guys. So yeah, that's true. But like I am that person that loves to get ahead of time, and you guys know that's why I always make a Christmas card with, whatever fold I'm making, because that way, if you multiply that by four, hey Kiwi, how are you? I have four, let's say three cards a month on average, so that puts me away of the curve. Um, by December. Okay, so this is going to go in here, and we are creating a little bit of a flap. Now, I am using, and yes, I said like I am using like 100 things, and I am so sorry about that. I could not help it. But I am using this little piece from the Darling Details. And yes, it's one of my favorite bundles. And this piece it's just a beautiful border, but you can absolutely weave um, some ribbon in it. And yeah, I had to do that because again, I'm just that person. So I did weave, and I forget how this is called. This is the in color, um 2022 2024 in color. And I really really like this ribbon, of course, because it's shiny, right? Like that's not, but my thought is we're going to put this in here to just create an extra detail in the card. Again, guys, don't ever feel that you have to do all these things, or you have to buy anything, just like I am doing, right? That I just enjoyed this, and this is who I am, can't help it. Okay, and I'm just like putting a piece of my, or a little bit of my Stampin' Seal Plus right here, and that's why again I'm using my silicone craft sheet so I can kind of glue this there. And this is a little big of, yeah, a little bit of a bigger piece. And I don't mind that this is here, because otherwise I'll have to do something really weird with it. And it'll be fine. It'll look fine, I think. And we then now are going to adhere these pieces in here, like so. And this pattern paper has a super, super discreet pattern, but it has a direction. So I want these looking that way. And so this needs to go in here, and we're going to go ahead and attach this there. And I am just, oops, guys, my silicone craft sheet, my Stampin' Seal Plus is kind of rebellious today. And that's how straight I do lines. Did you guys see that? Isn't that ridiculous? Oh my God in heavens. I'm so funny. Okay. So I'm attaching these on the front because this is going to go underneath this piece of paper. And I'm just going to bring this up in a line. There, it has, I'll show you in the other one, it has a score line to guide you, but I am just aligning as closer to here. And then we're going to glue this in here, and we're going to create a couple pockets. So we're going to bring, okay, let me move this back. We're going to bring tear and tape, the Stampin' Seal Plus Maria in here. And as you guys can tell, I got a little bit too excited there. So, and I can't keep anything straight. So we are just going to put this in here. And I am aligning actually with the oh, yes. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate it. I'm aligning these. I'm being very careful that this is inside the Stampin' Seal Plus. So I'm aligning this with the other designer series paper, but that's just so it has more there. So it's higher that way, not higher. I'm not sure. Well, so it's more towards the middle of the side of the panel. And we're going to do the exact same thing with the other one. And yes, I have my little piece. And guys, yes, I'm exaggerated when it comes to ribbon. I just always feel I don't want to be that person that, because I wanted to save a little bit, I did not get to, I had to struggle with my ribbon, and that just seems like not. So ribbon is the only thing that I'm kind of like, not very careful how much I spend of it. But thank you, Judy, for your kind words. Okay, and I'm going to, and this will work. for another project. And by the way, guys, so you know, I have been practicing how to make bows a lot. So I decided to take oh my gosh, I decided to take one of the a little piece of ribbon, just an old piece of ribbon that I had around, to my desk upstairs. And when I am like in a meeting and, you know, just paying attention, you know how you get busy with your hands. So I just start making bows and making bows. And I'm getting pretty good at it, guys. I am very, very surprised. I am actually going to, this is the front, adhere the silicone craft sheet here because I thought I was going to do a better job, but today is not my day. So guys, don't let me cut anything um with, with the scissors, because that's going to be a problem if I try. Okay, and let's go ahead and adhere this in here. Yeah, that's what happens, Carrie. So Carrie's saying that she never cuts enough the first time, and that's what happens to me, and it feels very, very irritating when it happens. Okay, I was just making sure I didn't mess up, but I didn't. That's the good news. Okay, I'm bringing this here. I'm thinking I'm going to use, I should have used glue. But oh well, it's fine. There is a problem when you're going to have long weave through. Oh, yes, yes, it is that way. Okay, so we are now going, again, align these to the DSP, not the white layer. And we are going to adhere this piece to the end. So this is our card. Now we have, let me see, I have little gift cards here to help me. We have now something for a gift card and something for extra decorations, which, by the way, of course I did, because that's me. Okay, we're going to give this a couple more minutes to not dry, but to kind of really adhere well. And I'm going to do some pressing there. And let's leave that for a second, and we're going to bring two pieces. This piece is going to be the mechanism. Oh, Donna, that's interesting. Really? I have never done that. Huh. She's saying that she leaves the ribbon in the spool while still making it. I have not done that. But then again, I'm not really good with the ribbons. So this piece is just 2 inches by 5.5. And we're going to do this in white because it's easier. My piece is in navy blue. So the first thing is we are going to score these in half. And yes, I am going to align this again because it moved. And I'm going to hold it as best as I can in here because it's too tiny. And I'm going to score from the bottom to the top just because it makes it easier. I always say this, guys, it holds that little ledge there, keeps it in place. And now we're going to score here at 3/8. And I know that's a little tiny, but you can just go ahead with your right hand and hold this paper. And we are going to score then at 3/4. Okay. And now we're going to move to 1 3/4. And now we are going to go after that in 1 inch increments. We're going to bring our pen here and our pencil and make 2 marks, one on top and one at the bottom. If you remember the mechanism, we're doing more or less the exact same thing we did in that card. We're going to move to the 2 3/4. And some of it is just to help us know where the middle is and some of that stuff like that. We're not going to use all of these, but this is just how it helped me, and I hope it helps you. We're going to move to the 3 3/4 and mark again. That's a little bit off. Okay, and we're going to mark again. One more at the 4 3/4. And actually we can, yeah, we're going to score this one. We can actually score this one, and then we're going to move to 5 1/8 and score again. And I'll show you here in a minute why we're doing all that. The next step, if you guys remember, is connecting dots, and that's what we're going to do right here. So we're going to get that first dot with that last dot, however you see it, right? So we're going to create an X in this area using the first dots we created and the last dots we created, okay? And let's go ahead and align these as best as we can, guys. I can't, I don't want to get my big head in front of your camera view, so we'll just do this as best as we can this way. And then again, we're going to align the other two, and we're going to score. That is mostly, I think. Okay, that is basically it. Oh my God, thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. That is so awesome. Um, I just realized that I have that stuff and I didn't even know how it worked. So I appreciate that, Donna. Thank you. We're gonna bring our bone folder here, and remember, so we scored mountain, and now we're going to go ahead and fold these lines, right? Our lines. So one line back in there, and we're going to bring our bone folder, and then the other score line that way. And now we have, it's just the exact same mechanism, guys. And I'm going to fold this way and fold the other one this way. And we can correct that. It's not a big deal, but I want you guys to see how it goes all together. It was much easier for me. I don't know if you guys remember when we were working that other card that I in the end ended up cutting a part of it, because I'm like, I don't understand why you just leave this big piece. So this second scoring, it's to do that, it's to guide me. So you'll guys see here in a second. So just as we did that time, we pushed that. I'm putting my fingers here in the middle. We're pushing the fingers to put the long score or the horizontal score up, and then we get this pushed like this, and that's our mechanism. There's no change in that, right? And I'm using my bone folder just to get that all scored in. Okay, we're gonna do it again just because it took me forever to figure this out. So you get your mountain fold on the longer side. I put my fingers in there and push here, and then it just takes its own way of doing things. And then there we go. Isn't that super cool? Super simple. So the next step we're going to do, and yes, I'm going to bring in my scissors in spite of the fact that I told you guys not to let me do this. We are going to cut. And so what I'm going to do here is from this end, I'm going to cut horizontally to that first score line, okay? And then I'm going to cut here in half. And that was, yeah, that's good enough. And so what happens now is that when we get this together, now this, we don't see that anymore. And you guys remember how much it upsetted me. So I figured out a way to get rid of it now. But I like to do it all whole before cutting, because for some reason, I was not able to do it before. After I cut, I was like, I got all confused. So you guys, that happens. Okay, and now we're going to get these on the other side. So here's one side. We're going to turn, and on the other side, right, on the opposite side. That's what I'm looking. The word I'm looking. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to cut all the way there to that first score line, and then we're going to cut this piece off. and we get rid of those. And this is going to be our mechanism. And we have these two flaps, and you guys are going to see what we're going to use that for here in a minute. The other piece you're going to need, this is 2 by 4 3/4, and we're going to score these in half. And this is 2 3/8. Yes, I have my little cheat sheets there as always. 2 3/8. And really, I'm not even sure why I'm doing this in white, because it's not a big thing that we're doing with this. So this is the other piece of the mechanism. So these two pieces are going to be the mechanism. So let's go back to the card. And of course, like I told you guys, I already have my little piece set up. Now, two things that I found out the very, very hard way is that you need to decorate first in here before actually adhering these. And when I say decorate, is adding this piece and then even the piece that's going to go here. So I did cut 2 little pieces for these areas, and these 2 pieces are, oh my goodness, I forgot. Let's see, if it's 2 3/8, so it's 2 1/4 by 1 7/8. And I'm going to go ahead and get this going like that. And we're going to go ahead with the other one. Guys, I'm trying to, for some reason, my computer is turning off on its own, and I like to see my like what I'm doing, right? Like if something's going on in the computer, I like to see what's happening. Okay, and then I am going to put this together. Okay, and now we're going to adhere this to our mechanism. And yes, this is going to go in one corner. I'm sorry, in this corner. So I'm going to do this way. Let me remove all the debris. So what we need is for this to go like this. So it extends. So does that make sense? So one corner needs to go attached to the first panel, and the other corner will need to go attached to the second panel. And then this is going to be our mechanism as it floats like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And yes, I'm going to use glue just because I feel that it's going to be a little bit easier. Okay, and yes, it is on the opposite side, not a biggie. So we're going to glue this right to the edge, and we are going to bring our glue here and glue this right to the edge, and that's all we need. And this will be our mechanism. Okay, did I do something wrong? No, I did not do something wrong. I did something wrong. So fold backwards. Sorry guys, I had fold. Did you see that? I have fold this towards the outside, and it needs to be folded towards the inside so it stays there. Sorry guys. So we are going to put glue again and fold like that. Okay, does that make sense? Does my correction make sense, guys? Okay. This is not staying the way I want it to stay. Okay, come on guys. I was so sure it was this way. Yeah, it is this way. Sorry guys, I don't know why it's giving me a hard time. Okay, backwards. Let me bring these because that's already, but this one is not cut. So we have the same piece, right? Sorry about this confusion. We have these little panels that we created, these little flaps, and they're going to go like this. I'm going to extend this because that's how it's easier. So flap up in here and flap up. Yes, it's flap ups. Sorry about that confusion. You see how it goes? So sorry. Flaps need to go outwards in both cases, and it will close. Okay. Okay. So now that we have them in the right place, it closed. Okay, so let me know, guys, if you have any doubts or if I need to explain that again. But this is the mechanism, and this is going to go in here just as we did with the other one. But as you guys can tell, this is much smaller than the other one. If I'm not mistaken, the mechanism for the big twist and pop is 3 by 8, I want to say it's a bigger piece. So this is much smaller, which is going to help us to create the rest of it. And I need to speed this up, guys. Okay, so this goes in here. We're going to glue this in a minute, but we are going to decorate the inside. And I did say I got a little excited, right? So I hope you guys understand. So I did get this little piece, and this is from the birthday piggy dies. They are still available. I think their dies are basic. That's to me, right? I think their dies are basic, and that is those that can give you access to extra things. So baskets or sorry guys, or like this little wagon, things like that you can use and reuse without the stamps, right? So I really like the idea of creating this like a wagon of flowers. So we're going to glue this in here. Oh Jesus, guys, I'm going to drink some water. Give me 1 second. Okay, so 2 things that are important. This is going to open just like the other one is going to open like this. But what that means is that when this is here, this is going to open towards me. So like this. And so we need to decorate this thinking of that direction, which is what is easier to put it like this and then put that in that direction. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me a lot when I was creating this, and it's just super cute. Now, the other thing we need these for in here is we cannot go over here, otherwise it will show. So let's start with some glue, and we're going to glue our little a little wagon thingy. I'm going to go midway. And I'm just going to get there like that. Okay. Now that I have that direction, I can remove this and decorate this in peace, right? Because now I know what my direction is going to be. And I have a lot of little pieces in here, which is normal and, you know, just regular. And all these pieces belong to both the Sentimental Park and the, I always forget. I remember one and forget the other. Petal Park and Sentimental Park. Those are 2 different sets that I absolutely love. Let me see one thing. Okay, those are 2 sets that I absolutely love. I've used them in a lot of things, and you guys have seen me using them in many, many things. So they are double stamps, and that's partially why I like them. I'm just going to like kind of create some fun decoration in here. And I cut a lot of them, as you can tell. But that's no news, right? I always cut a lot of them. So we can play, and I did cut some of these in green, and I'm using Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. So to break a little bit this, so I can like, you know, adhere this with this one, and it just will look like it belongs together. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting these pieces together. And then again, you know, this is exactly however you would like to decorate this. It does not have a right or wrong way. I have lots of pieces, guys. You guys know that I get overexcited with these things. And so this is another piece. I don't know if you remember when we did that card that turned the spin. So what I am using is these 2 pieces from Petal Park. These leaves, they are on one stamp, but you can always cut and have fun with these things, right? So let's go ahead and create some extra in here. And I'm going to go like that. And so we are going to decorate. Now oops, this is moving. The other thing that we really, hey Glenda, how are you? It's good to see you here. That we need to be mindful, of course, it's not to extend that way either. So we have two limitations, right? Both borders. So it all stays within the card. So I am keeping these. I'm going to move this like that. And I'm bringing this other piece. And so we have that in there. I can put some extra pieces. Guys, I think I have far too many pieces and I thought that was not going to be enough. That's me all the time. All the time. I'm going to bring some extra. I'm going to cut this piece here. Some extra in here. So we can put something like that. And I think that at this point in time, it's so funny, but that little wagon kind of got completely covered. That which does not surprise me because that's who I am, right? I like a lot of things together. And we can put one here. So let's go ahead and add these pieces together and start creating what we want. I'm still holding these here. So I can have some leeway and figure out where I'm putting my stuff, that it's within the card, which is a little bit of a complication. Let me see. So I'm going to put glue in these 3 flowers just to be safe, right? And I'm going to glue them like here. And I'm just eyeballing it, but I'm going to put this one in here. And I'm going to leave this one out. So actually, I'm going to turn this so there's not like the same little flower against the other. I guess it's fine. Well, I'm going to put it lower, maybe like that, and then you will not be able to see. And then I know that I need these 3 pieces to have glue. So I turn, and here's that little how you call it? Spigot? Well, this little thing, and then these 2 flowers. And then back in here. Okay. So now I know this is fitting within the perimeter of the card, right? And now we can keep going. It is a little bit of a pain to do it this way, but I don't know why that always falls. It's so funny. It is very useful because otherwise it's very hard. This is attached, and so it's harder to decorate. Again, all that is what I learned on my previous card while I was doing the first one. So my God, why does that keep falling apart? I'm going to bring one. So I have same as always, a ton of little pieces. I'm going to bring one of these little pieces of these flowers just in here. And these are all dies. Again, from that. These are the dies from Petal Park. I always forget which is the one that has all the dies. No, from Sentimental Park. Those 2 guys, I love them. The Petal Park comes with a punch. And so you can kind of create extra, which is similar to, what's the name of that? To the Paper Florist, in the sense that you can create flowers with it. Okay, I have some extra Misty Moonlight and just die cuts. So it breaks a little bit the stamp, right? So I can put one in there, and then we're breaking up because all the stamps, all the flowers that are stamped in the same colors. I did not risk it. I kept one color combo, and that is boho blue, and the outline is navy, Night of Navy. I always want to say navy blue, guys. This is just what it is. And so I just want to create some extra colors, some full colors, solid, that's the word I'm looking for. Some solid colors all over. So you can create some, just change in the patterns. I have a few more. Remember what I was telling you? Here is my, take your pick, and we're going to put another one in here. Okay, I think that looks good enough. We can probably bring one of the lighter ones and put it in here. Maybe under, maybe like that. Haha. So I'm just going to put in one side, which is the side we're going to glue in here. And then this is going to pop like that. So again, all I'm doing is creating areas where there's difference. And I'm going to add this one on top of there. I love these tiny, tiny little flowers. They are so decorative. They, bottom line, they decorate a lot. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it as is for now. We can decorate further if we need to. Let me move all that there. And same as we did with the other card, we are going to align this here, right? Eyeballing it. We're going to place this edge in the middle, quote unquote. I'm not sure if it's the middle, but I sure hope it is middle-ish. And I am not going all the way to this core line. I'm just going a little bit after the white layer, kind of right there. Because if we put it right next to the score line, it just will not close correctly. Making sure that all this is inside. And yes, just like we did with the other one, we are going to glue this. I'm holding it with both hands. I'm bringing extra. So it is every Tuesday night, Glenda, and it is at 6 Mountain Time. And I am very consistent with my lives on Tuesdays. It's the paper pumpkin kits that are always a little bit of less consistent. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and glue. And we're going to hold this for a second. Thankfully, as you can tell, our leaves are within the card. So that's good news. And now we're going to go ahead and bring it back. And yes, we're going to do the exact same thing. We apply some glue in there and we're going to glue this. Guys, I just forgot that I needed a piece for here and I didn't get that uncut. I'm glad that I have my paper here. Okay, and so when you open, it just opens like this. Isn't this super cute and super simple? And it's the exact same mechanism. The other thing that I did for the others, let's go ahead. And so here are, I made two little tags. We're going to put one in here and one in here just for decoration, right? Because that's Maria. This is where I would write my message in this case. And we also have some space in here because I got too excited with the pattern paper. So that's how it goes. So we're going to put this two inside, right? That looks adorable. Okay, let's move that out of the way because we don't need to put that right now. I'm going to move this back inside. We'll let them glue and we're going to go back to the front. So beforehand we had adhered this. I still have not decided if I want it popped up or not, but I'm going to go ahead and use this again. Thank you, Carrie. I am so glad you like it. It's a great idea because the pop and twist or twist and pop or however you want to call it, it's a card that we already, like, we are all familiar with, I think, or fairly familiar with. And so it's just a nice quick little difference that will make a completely different card. So we have our thank you in here and we're just going to center this again as best as we can. And yes, there's still more decoration to do. I know. So yes, it can totally be decorated beforehand. I mean, let's see, be glued down before decorated. Yes, you can. But what happens is that two things happen. The first one is, Judy, that it is harder to calculate that it is within the perimeter of the card, so inside the card. So that's the first thing, right? And it's much harder to decorate in general because you have to be closing. Does that make sense, Miss Judy? So I feel that if you just decorate right before you glue it all together, it's easier. Now, if you're just going to put something simple, and I'll show you what I mean by that here in a minute, then yes, you can do it because it'll be easier. But you'll still have to open and close a little bit to make sure that this is that it's not going over. So I hope that answers your question. I still can put one more here. Did somebody say I over decorate? Who was that? Anyways, I think it allows us for some extra. Yeah. Okay. So I did go a little bit crazy today. Don't get mad at me. And I did some embossing and coloring in vellum. I just wanted to try something because I had not done it in the past, and yeah, I got a little too crazy there. So we are just going to build this. I am not sure even what we're going to do. We have a lot of pieces still, but I did cut some of those flowers, and I just heat emboss them with silver and then decorate with or paint them with Bajo blue. And use, where is it? And use my blender pen. You can use water or you can absolutely use blenders too. And I have a little piece in here and I just want to show you. This is embossed in white, but you can totally do this with the blenders. Let me bring the other piece. It's a little bit harder to do the blending than more like you would usually do it, but it works. It works fairly okay. Well, it works much better if I use the same blenders, but anyways. So you can totally use blenders instead. I just wanted to try. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree with you. So you can use blenders. You can use your inks. If you have, oh my God, the ink, how you call them? I have like 3 of this. If you have some of these, you can just use this almost like as paint, right? But I just have 2 of them. So I just no, I know you guys and I have talked about this, but you can just come and stamp your block and then use your blender with this. And that's what I did really. And then you see me doing that. I do this here and then I go, oh my God, Maria, for real? And then I do this. And the blender is a little bit more forgiving and easier to use because you can start like that and it will go lighter and lighter and just have fun. So many options to just play with vellum and I really like it. So I had just had this to show you guys more or less what I had been doing with them. So I have again a lot of these. I think this needs to be cut. Otherwise it will not fit. Maybe it will fit there. And the advantage we have in here is that we can put some glue in here because it's colored. So little pieces of glue, the little dots of glue, and it will not be too noticeable, right? And I'm trying to move this in center as best as I can. And we're going to start with that piece. I have some of these super big leaves and you can totally create some extra and putting that there. So you have a little extra, there's a word for it, but I forgot. And of course I have to bring out my little leaves, my little flowers in here. And we'll just put this as however we want. Thank you, Miss Judy. I am so glad you like it. I cannot help it. you know what, how life goes. Like I just start and start, and then I'm like, I just can't stop. I'm like, I can't do so many things. I want to do it. And yeah, I get too excited. Um, that is definitely a true statement. Let me bring my take your pick. And I am going to bring some of the little dimensionals for this little flower so it pops. So we have some popping here. And remember those little ones I have? I actually have a bigger one. And I'm going to bring this one inside here. Kind of just like that. And again, it's just to break all that silver that I got. I got too excited. So we're going to break that in there. And then we're going to bring, I do have, so this, not the set, but the stamps 3 sets of 3. So you can totally make this different ways. I'm going to put this one like around here just for fun. And I'm holding this as best as I can. Oh, Donna, foliage. Thank you, Ida, and welcome. That's the word I'm looking for. What would I do without you guys? I don't know. Um, yes, foliage. Donna, oh my God, I have to tell you, I love this DSP. I cannot help it. Um, I try not to use just the exact same thing all the time, but in this case, I'm a little bit of guilty because I just love it. Okay, we're going to bring these big leaves in here. Chin chin. And we're going to adhere that there. And we have extra flowers, of course. And I'm going to bring a bigger dimensional. And you guys know I use everything and anything in my dimensionals. So we're going to just get that little piece. And take that off. And get that little up. I need to get these glued. I got too excited and forgot to glue it. And you can keep decorating these. Can you just glue it down, say on the back side? You mean the mechanism? Yes, that is a good option. Miss Judy is asking if I can just glue the back. So what I am guessing, let's bring this back up here, is just gluing it, and this is kind of the other one. So glue it just the back and then glue the front later. Is that what you mean, Miss Judy? Yes, that would be easier. You're right. And you're totally right now that I think about it. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Oh well. Thank you, Miss Judy. That would have that's an amazing trick. Yes, you should do that. um have I used like the whole pack, Donna? No, I have not used it all. I have pieces and pieces. I was going to make a big order, but I am going to wait. Like I was going to make order for the DSP, right? Because it's on sale and whatever. But I am just going to wait, honestly, because at this point in time, it's so close to the other stuff that I want to gather that I just feel that I have to wait, you know? So I will probably use some of it. Buy some extra because I really like it. And that's so, yes, I am a paper collector. That's me, totally me. And so, yes, that's a type of paper I would love to have for later. Okay, guys, I still have, because why not, um, some of the glue dots, and these are the 2023-2025 glue dots. And I just feel that we can put so many of them in here just because they're so very cute and matches so perfectly, right? We can put more if we wanted to. I'll put another one there. And we're going to put just the last one, a big one. Oops, maybe not. I'm going to put it like right there. So lots of bling bling. Yeah, I thought about that, but I'm like, I'm just going to, I don't know. I just waited. It's okay. It'll be fine. So here is your card. Now you'll see in the others that I forgot something. I hope you guys forgive me. But I didn't cut the pack for this, and we're already at an hour, so I don't want to make it too much longer. The other cards I not created. I just attached some ribbon here so it closes. But it this is okay, I feel. And the other thing that I was thinking of doing that I'm not going to do because we're not going to have a lot of time is putting something here that will pop up. And I'll show you in the others. You're going to like that. I just feel that as it is perfect. And again, we'll have these two different tags in here. Um, and I feel that that's perfect to just fill your message here and have some fun. Or, like I said, put, an extra gift card if that's what you want to do. This is the card, guys. Let me know what you think. All these little pieces I cut. Now, let me show you the others. I think you're going to like it. So the first one I made is this one. And yes, I had to use this one. This is one of my favorite types just because it's so whimsical, right? Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate it. So it just has, I don't know if you guys can tell. So I have a very, very old embossing powder that is like holographic. I don't know if you guys can tell. There you go. You can see it there. It's super, super cool. So it looks really cool with the card. So very simple in the front, very, very simple in the back. And then you have, and that's what I was telling you about, having like something to pop up in the back. And so, and you can see it better probably here, that holographic embossing powder. It's really, really cool. It just works really, really well for this specific card, right? I love this card for a kiddo, right? Or somebody that really likes space or something like that. But I really like it. I think it's super, super fun to play with. And then let me bring the last one, which is, of course, a Christmas card. And like I said, they both have this. Ah, it's coming. So this is using just retired paper. Um, I just feel that this is such a beautiful paper. I will keep using it until it's gone. And then we open it, and yes, you figured it. Santa was coming in his train, and I see this one is done better because I use for this one acetate, and so it will pop. It will maintain um, that position. It does not do as well with just paper. This one is attached with just paper. So if you want to create a pop-up on the back of your image, I would suggest using acetate. It looks much better. And then, yes, there's Mr. Santa, and I just created kind of he's driving, right? I cannot help it. I love my Christmas cards, guys. So these are the three cards I made for today's. I still have this flower, and I was like, I'm gonna use that flower, but maybe I'll add it later. I really like this flower, so I need to use it somewhere. Yes, so you are so very right, Miss Judy. Definitely, that is a good idea to just add your piece on the back. If I had a card base, it would be much easier, but I don't have a card base at all. Right? You just add it first and decorate. That makes a lot of sense. You're right, Miss Judy. I like to complicate myself, I guess. That is so funny, guys. Okay, so these are the three cards, guys. Let me know which one you like. The last thing we need to do, and let me do this real quick before we go. Thank you, Carrie. I am so glad you like it. I'm just trying to connect my computer here so we can do the raffle. That's not what I need. This is what I need. Let's see. Okay. Maybe okay. Just one more second. I just tried to do it last because I have been feeling that maybe that is what has um slowed down a little bit the connection. I don't know. By the way, how was the connection today? Please let me know, guys. I don't know how the connection was today. It seemed pretty smooth, but um but let me know. Oh, thank you. I am so glad, right? The Christmas is just cute. That's what it is. Okay, guys, let me see here. We are going to um I'm trying to set this up. I had it set up and then all of a sudden I had to like redo, and there was a lot of people in that. Okay, I got it. In last time. Okay, let's go. There it is, guys. There it is. Oh, thank you, Donna. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I did move a little bit of the things, so I'm hoping that helped. Okay, and it always beats me. So the winner is Elizabeth. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you? I'm so glad. I think you were here, right? I don't know if she's still here, but if you're still here, you are the winner. Congratulations. Just let me know which of the cards from the last um, live you like, and I will send you that. All I need is for you to send me an email. Let me move back up here since, there I am. All I need is for you to send me an email to Maria at mariascraftingcorner.com with your address so I can send it to you. And so thank you. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm glad the connection was good. Thank you, Kiwi. Yeah, I don't know what the dealio was with it. I was very stressed out the last couple of times. So I'm glad you guys like it. Let me know if you are watching the replay, which one you like the best. I know that Christmas is very, very cute. It is just cute, right? I can't help it. But that was a wonderful paper. And I love that paper that you can cut with your dies, the paper. That has always been one of the things that I will keep talking about. Stampin' Up! Forever and ever. It's just so awesome, right? Oh, hi, Maria. How are you? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Maria. I appreciate your kind words. Okay, guys. I know I have been going over, and I didn't even make any announcements today, guys. I'm just like, come on, girl, get it together. I really appreciate you guys being here with me today. I will not be live this weekend for my paper pumpkin kit. And I have not received my paper pumpkin kit. So on top of that all, but I did make a video just making a super fun card. Do I have it somewhere near? I don't know if I have it. It's just a super cute simple card, a birthday card using those rhinos. But I will probably upload that or make another video for the paper pumpkin kit. I'm not sure yet how it's going to be. So hopefully you'll have at least a couple of videos or at least one video to watch through the weekend while I am going camping. Yes, I'm going camping with my family. I'm just going to sit down because I can't do anything. So it'll be the first time that I'm going to sit down and not set up anything. It's going to be super fun to watch everybody work very, very hard while I'm just chilling in the sun. So, guys, so funny. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Do remember that we have the online exclusives on July 6th, and I can't wait to get a hold of the newer ones. But some of the cars that are coming will be using that. Oh my God, open horse sleigh is the name of the suite. I want to say. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate it. Okay, guys. have a wonderful rest of your day. I wish you all a wonderful week and hopefully see you next Tuesday. Thank you and have a great night. Bye.